your host today, and we're gonna dig into the NFL, and I'm gonna get my pick'em games, I guess you can say, who I think will win each NFL game this upcoming week, starting this Thursday night. All right, so speaking of Thursday night, the first game we have the New York Jets against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm picking the Colts. Now, look, a lot of people are saying that the Colts are out of the division. I still don't listen. I picked the Colts before the season started to win this division, and they're still in it with please get well soon. You can receive some bad news that Derrick Henry, King Henry, actually suffered an injury, a season-ending injury, possibly can come back in the playoffs. But that opens the door up for the Colts to go on the winning streak and win some games to win the division, because the Titans still have, they still have a fairly easy schedule left. But we all saw what happened when the Titans didn't have their receivers. They lost to the Jets. So now they don't have their running back. We'll see what happens on the rest of the season. But the Colts, they can't keep losing these tight games. And I got them beating the Jets easily on prime time, because the Colts actually played good on prime time. It's just that one game against the Ravens, when they came back, they played good that whole game until the fourth quarter. They just couldn't do anything. But I'm picking the Colts to beat the Jets. And then we have the Browns versus the Bengals. Listen, I picked the Browns last week to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a lot of turmoil going on in that locker room with Odell Beckham Jr. and Baker Mayfield. Not really them two personally, but Odell's father and Baker's wife. Causing some stuff too. So, and Baker addressed the media about the situation, tonight. He's not hurt, but he's surprised. And I feel him. I feel him in that situation because Dad Pops come out of nowhere and post a video. I still don't think Odell is the reason why he's in the situation. I think he needs to go elsewhere. I believe he's played his last game in Cleveland. That's what I'm hearing all the reports. So hopefully he'll go somewhere. And then I heard somewhere that he might go to Kansas City. If you go to Kansas City, that would be crazy, And remember, I picked Kansas City to win their division, and this was last week after they lost to the Giants. Okay, so just remember that. But I'm picking the Bengals to win this game. The Bengals just came off a bad loss against the Jets. They're looking to bounce back from that loss, and the Bengals are actually a really good team. The Browns are too, but I just trust Joe Burrow more than I trust Baker Mayfield. Definitely I do. But the Bengals, they're going to win on Sunday, and they're going to get back on the right track. All right, then we have the Cowboys versus the Denver Broncos. This game is a little tricky. Now, Cooper Rush might start, Dak Prescott might start. Now, I want to pick the Cowboys, and that one side wants me to pick the Cowboys, one side wants me to pick the Broncos. All right, I watched the Broncos against Washington football team last Sunday, and they didn't look pretty good. They look pretty good. They only won because of 2 drives, really. But other than that, they didn't look really good. But the Cowboys, they had a perfect game plan against Kirk Cousins. And the last time Teddy Bridgewater played against the Cowboys, they beat the Cowboys. But of course, they had that's when he was on the Saints, obviously with a better team around them. But the Denver Broncos got rid of Von Miller, and they still have a okay defense, but it's been hit with the injury bug. They've been hurt a lot on defense end. So are the Cowboys. They're hurt on both ends, offense and defense. But the Cowboys are a better team. And excuse me, even with Cooper Rush, I want to stick with the Cowboys, pick the Cowboys to win this game. And the Cowboys will be 7-1. All right. So great job to the Cowboys. We have the Texans against the Dolphins. I mean, 2 bad teams. Both of them are 1-7. Somebody has to win this game. And if I don't take my big guess, I'm going to pick the Dolphins. The Dolphins already lost to the Jaguars, a winless team. They can't play the Jaguars, losing them, and then play the 1-7 Texans and losing them also. All right, they gotta have some type of pride. In the last couple of games, Miami has played well. They played well in the first half against Buffalo, and Buffalo just took off in the fourth quarter, second half. But they played pretty good in the first half, and they played good the week before that against Atlanta. So I want to pick the Dolphins to win that game to beat the Texans. Then we have, speaking of Atlanta, we have the Falcons versus the Saints. Now, guys, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a real close game, all right? The Falcons offense is picking up, right? Matt Ryan is playing much better. And then the Saints, they don't have Jameis Winston, so they had a backup quarterback in the game. But with Sean Payton at the head leadership level of that team, he's gonna have his team prepared for this game. Now, I like the Saints defense. All right, I think they're gonna do a good job on Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan's gonna turn the ball over a couple of times. So I'm going to pick the Saints to win this game. But even though I think Matt Ryan's going to turn the ball over a couple of times, I still think it's going to be a close game. All right, because the Falcons can score the ball. They can score the ball. So I'm going to pick the Falcons to win. Sorry, the Saints to beat the Falcons on Sunday. Then we have the Raiders versus the Giants. All right, now don't sleep on this game. The Raiders are 5-2 right now. The Giants are 2-6. All right. The Giants play teams hard, but there are times they come out like against the Rams and they get blown out. But listen, y'all, this is gonna be my upset of the week. All right. My upset of the week is gonna be the Giants are going to beat the Raiders at home. All right. Daniel Jones showed you flashes, right, that he could be a good quarterback, but then he switched and do crazy stuff. He's doing a great job with interceptions, but at least not last game. But far as his decision making, all right. But and then the Giants as a team, they'll turn the ball over, fumble, something will happen. But I'm gonna pick the Giants to beat the Raiders, y'all, to upset the Raiders, and the Raiders will be 5-3, and there's gonna be life for the Kansas City Chiefs and the NFC West. But I really do think the Giants will win this game, so I'm picking the Giants. Then we have the Panthers versus the Patriots. Both of these teams are 4-4. Both of these teams are looking ahead to the right direction. The Patriots both of them came off both came off wins last week. All right. So they're both looking to get over 500. So the Patriots are 4-4. And so are the Panthers, like I said, but I'm picking the Patriots to win this game. These teams are kind of similar. They both have good defenses and they have manageable quarterbacks. All right. So now but I'm going to pick the Patriots because I picked the Patriots before the season started that they will win their division. And they still have an opportunity to do so. All right, because the Bills are 5-2 and they are 4-4. So they only in the win column, they're only one game behind the Bills. All right. So, but the problem with the Patriots, they lost to the Bills, I believe, and they lost to the Dolphins. So those two division losses. But the Patriots still have opportunity. The Patriots are looking pretty good. So I'm going to pick the Patriots to beat the Panthers. All right. So then we have the Bills versus the Jaguars. I'm going to easily pick the Bills to win this one. I think it's going to be a blowout. One thing about the Bills, when they play bad teams, right? And when they play bad teams outside of the Dolphins, the Dolphins play them pretty good in the first half. But when they play bad teams, they take care of business. They score points and they don't allow you to score points. The margin of victory is crazy when they play these bad teams. So I'm picking the Bills to win this game. And then we have the Vikings versus the Ravens. I think that's going to be a good game. But I got the Ravens, man. The Ravens are 5-2. They're coming off a bye week. They're coming off a bye week and a loss to the Bengals. So they're looking to get back on track, especially over the bye week. So they're overly prepared for the Vikings, all right, especially after that game against the Cowboys. So I got the Ravens winning that game. And I think it'll be a good game to the end. And then the Ravens will pull away and win by at least 2 possessions. And then we have the Chargers versus the Eagles. Now, don't sleep on the Eagles on this game, okay? The Eagles will put up a fight. The Eagles will score points against these Chargers. But I'm picking the Chargers to win this game. The Chargers are 4-3. They lost last week to the Patriots. Herbert threw 2 interceptions. Both of them are questionable if it was his fault or not. But he did throw a pick 6 in the fourth quarter that basically sealed the game. So and they on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to the Ravens also. So the Chargers had to bounce back. And the Eagles coming up a win against the Lions. They feeling good. So I think they will be competitive in this game. But I'm picking the Chargers to win this game. And then we have the Green Bay Packers and Chiefs. I mean, listen, y'all. I was looking forward to this game just like everybody else was. You had Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes. I like both of those quarterbacks. I root for both of them, So Aaron Rodgers not playing. So this is going to be detrimental to their record. They're 7-1. They beat the Cardinals last week. They beat the Bengals. They beat some good teams. They're positioning themselves to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But with this injury, with this COVID bug hitting Aaron Rodgers not being out, I'm going to have to pick the Chiefs, guys. I'm going to have to pick the Chiefs to beat the Packers, which I still think the Packers should be favored. I don't know why they had the Chiefs being favored in this game. I believe the Packers should be favored based on how the Chiefs been playing previously. I don't get why the Chiefs are still the favorite. So, but I'm picking the Chiefs to win this game. I trust them to win this game. Like I said, I picked them to win the AFC West, and I'm sticking to that. So, and the Chiefs will be 5-4. Cardinals versus the 49ers. Now, look, this is an iffy one for me to pick because Kyler Murray might not play. All right, Kyler Murray is questionable. AJ Green has COVID. He's not going to be there. So the 49ers have a great opportunity to go into Arizona to win this game. Now, I'm going to say this. If Kyler plays, I'm picking the Cardinals. If Kyler doesn't play, I'm picking the 49ers. But I'm assuming Kyler is playing. So I'm going to roll with the Cardinals. You know, the Cardinals will be 8-1. And then we had the Titans versus the Rams. All right. So look, this will be, I don't think this game will be good. You know, I think it's going to be a terror for Tannehill. I'm not sure if Von Miller is playing, but the Rams already lead the NFL in sacks. So Tannehill's going to have a hard time, right? So I don't know. You know, I'm picking the Rams to win this game. And the score, I'm thinking the score is going to be somewhere around, this is Sunday Night Football. I like to pick scores going forward on Sunday night and Monday night. So I'm assuming the score is going to be somewhere around 31 Rams, Titans 15, something like that. You know, I don't think it's going to be close. I think the Titans are going to lose this game, but I'm picking the Rams. And then we had the Bears versus the Steelers. This will be a good game. And this is Monday Night Football. All right? This is going to be a good game. You know, I'm not sure who to pick. You know, I want to lean towards the Bears, but then I'm getting this feeling that the Bears might win. But then my mind is telling me to pick the Steelers. So I'm going to go with my mind. All right, because I've been going with my gut and I've been wrong lately. So I'm going with my mind. I'm picking the Steelers to win this game. TJ Watt is going to do his, you know, cause havoc for Justin Fields. But the one thing about Justin Fields, though, he can use his legs, you know, so he can get out of harm's way. But he's still a rookie, and you know, rookies make crazy mistakes. And TJ Watt is a forced fumble machine. And then, you know, Big Ben being a veteran against that defense, I believe they'll do a good job in controlling the ball. I don't think they have a lot of explosive plays, but I think that the time of possession will be won by the Steelers. And I think the Steelers defense will rise against this Bears offense. So those are my games, guys, I picked. Those are my winners for each game and losers. And guess what? I'll see y'all next episode. All right, thank you guys for staying to the end of the video. Now, before you leave, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to like this video if you haven't done it yet. I want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. Share this video with someone you know that will be interested in listening to what we talked about today. And last but not least, hit the notification bell so you can make sure every time we upload a video, you'll be notified on YouTube. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next episode.